Very good morning. How are you? Okay. You have seen the previous video? Okay, children. So the lesson is being completed. Based upon that, own sentences, everything is being completed, isn't it? So with the support of that, try to write some more questions of your own. Okay, children. Now let us come to the topic like this. So here, today we are going to learn about punctuation marks. Punctuation marks. Okay, children, and this is, you are very much familiar about these punctuation marks because you are learning from long back. Okay, so in this generally we have 4 punctuation marks. The first one is full stop. Okay, first one is full stop. What is the main first generally we use is full stop. Full stop is the punctuation mark we generally use. Now first, before I complete all the punctuation marks, I just want to give you for each and everything example as well as the clarity. How, when and where we use. Okay, full stop indicates that the sentence ended. The sentence ended. What it says, ma? We say, if we put a full stop means, this says the sentence ended. This is clear? So, the next sentence is going to start. That is one of the important things. And the second thing is, when we put a full stop, the mark of the full stop is, mark of the full stop is a dot. We put a dot. These are the 2 things you have to remember. What do you mean by this one? When there is a dot means it says that it is a full stop. How to pronounce it? It's a full stop. And 2 things you have to remember. Mark of a full stop is a dot. Mark of a full stop is a dot. And the other thing is the sentence always ends. Means if we have put a full stop means that is the end of the sentence. That is the end of the sentence. We are going to start the next sentence. If you put a full stop means the next sentence is going to commence. Clear? Now let us write some examples like this. I am a lazy boy. You have written a sentence like this. I am a lazy boy. This is clearly finished. Means we will put a full stop. We will put a full stop. I am a lazy boy. Okay. We are leaving to Chennai. We are leaving to Chennai. This is one sentence. Means we are going to Chennai. We are leaving to Chennai. This is a clear information. The information is being completed, so we will put a full stop. Is that clear, children? So I have given you 2 examples. I am a lazy boy. We are leaving to Chennai. So here, if you want to continue the sentence, after full stop you can give the additional information regarding to this sentence. I am a lazy boy. If you want to continue still anything else. I wake up late. Like this you can write still and still if you want to write anything. Okay? But this shows that I am a lazy boy. You have kept a full stop means the sentence has been completed. Okay? We are leaving to Chennai. We want to visit some tourist places. We want to visit some tourist places. we want to visit some tourist places. Like this, still if you want to continue, you can go on writing. So here we get the full stop after Chennai. That means this is one sentence. I am leaving to Chennai. So after leaving to Chennai, what I would like to do here, one sentence is being completed. I have kept a full stop and continued this information. We want to visit some tourist places. This is another sentence because I have kept a full stop again here. And if we want to continue, I can write some more. And this is the second sentence. Like this, we can write in a form of a paragraphs. We can write in a form of a passages, paragraphs, whatnot. If you want to write, you can write. Okay, children? So, but to make it meaningful, to make it comfortable in reading, to make a clarity in the sentences, what we will definitely do is, after one sentence commence, we definitely use some punctuation marks. Okay? Here, this full stop, where do we generally use is, when the sentence is just giving some information. If the sentence is like a information oriented. Please remember that. One more point is, sentence consisting some information. If it is an information oriented sentence, definitely we should use only full stop. So here, I am a lazy boy. What is the quality of mine? I am a lazy boy. About me, I am telling my quality or my information about to you. I am expressing about myself to you. So I wake up late. What do I generally do? I wake up late. Like this, I am going on telling about my qualities or my things, whatever I do. It just consists of only information. Okay? This information will support you to know something about me or something else, all the things. Then this shows that these information oriented sentence will definitely use only full stop mark. I think it's clear, children. Any doubts to anyone? So just in a simple manner, full stop. Here you can see first marking is first one is punctuation marks. First one is full stop. The sentence ends. We use, or we can write like this, when the sentence ends, at the end of the sentence, okay children, we use this at the end of the sentence, and the mark of the full stop is dot. The mark of the full stop is dot, and sentence consisting some information. Sentences always have some information, and that information is there. Means if it is giving only the information, means we definitely use a full stop. And here is an examples which I have given for you. So about full stop, it is clear, children. Now let us go to the second mark. That is question mark. And one more thing, when we put a full stop, the other part of the sentence while we are starting, it should always begin with the capital letter. See here, we kept a full stop here, and the next, while we are starting the second sentence, we are using the capital letter I wake up late. Here, leaving to Chennai. After Chennai, I put a full stop, and here W, we are using the capital. This also you should keep it in your mind. So when we begin the sentence, we should use a capital letter. That also you should keep it in your mind. That is also one of the important punctuation mark. Coming to the second one. What is the second one now? We are going to know about question mark. You know, question mark. Where do we generally use the question mark? Yes, for all the questions. If we are writing any question, we use the question mark. The symbol for question mark is this one. What do we call this one? This is a question mark. Okay, children? So So the second punctuation mark is a question mark. Where do we use this? Generally, where do we use this? We use this at the end of the sentence, at the end of the sentence which is asking you a question, which is asking. We use this at the end of the sentence which is a question oriented, which is a question oriented. If the sentence is in a question oriented form, if the question is in a sentence is in question oriented form, we definitely use this punctuation mark. A question mark we use this at the end of the sentence which is a question oriented. If it is a question oriented sentence, we definitely use a question mark. Is it clear, children? Now let us start. Example, when we go to examples, generally, all the questions will start, most of the questions will start with how, what, which, why, where. Mostly WH will be there. You will be finding most of the questions we start with WH only. Why, what, why, when. When you see the first two letters are WH. Can you see? Almost like WH words, HOW, how, who. Like this we can go for. Number of WH words will be there. Whom, whose, like this. Other than these, we can use do, did, does, even with the auxiliary verbs, like is, was, are. Like this also we can start the question. Have it clear, children? So this is the question mark. We use this at the end of the sentence, which is a question oriented. Example: how, what, which, why, here, where, when, whom, whose, do, did, does, is, was, are, etc. Any of these either auxiliary verbs or the question forms we will use. Now let me come to the example. I am erasing, okay? Let me come to the example. One example, we generally ask number of questions, isn't it? When we come to the questions like this: who, what is your father? What is your father? Means, what is your father's occupation? Is he a doctor or is he an engineer or whatever it may be, the profession? If you want to ask a question comes like this: what is your father? Okay, this is one question. So here we use the word what. So I told you mostly WH words. If you start the sentence with WH word, then definitely it can be a question. What is your father? So this is finished. So definitely at the end we will put a question mark. Is it clear, children? Coming to the second sentence. Did you finish? Did you finish your breakfast? Did you finish your breakfast? So I told you not only WH words, we will use or we will write some sentences with do, does, did. So I used the word did. Did you finish your breakfast? So the sentence has finished. So definitely at the end we will put a question mark. Clear, children? Next. Is Lata or any of your, is Lata at home? Is Lata at home? So here sentence is being finished, so we will put a question mark. Here is an auxiliary verb. Is an auxiliary verb. So though the sentence we are beginning with an auxiliary verb, so you should use only capital letter. Here also you can see W I used here. This is the cap letter. D-I-D, did. In this I used the word D as a capital letter. Okay, because I have started the sentence from here, so the first letter should always be the cap letter. Is it clear, children? So though you are using a full stop, though you are using a question mark, whatever it may be, if you are beginning the sentence means you should use only capital letter. Is it clear? So here I am combining the previous one and this one. So here is a question. What is your father? It's a question. So in the previous one, first one, I used a full stop marking. That means it will give you some information I told you. Did you remember? So what is the answer for this? What can be the answer? So you can write like this. My father is an engineer. My father is an engineer. We can write the sentence like this. That means for this question you got the information that your father is an engineer, isn't it? So the information oriented sentence means what is the mark you have to use? Yes, we should use a full stop. So I kept a full stop mark. Is it clear, children? And next, I started the sentence with my. So that's why I wrote that M with a capital letter. Still in it out? Hope so. Did you finish your breakfast? So what can be the answer for this? You can say generally yes or no. Why? Because when we start any question with do, does, did, when we ask any question with do, does, did, what we generally the answer will be is either yes or no, in a form of yes or no. If we ask any question with do, we can say either yes or no answers. If you use the word did, the same. We can tell the answer with yes or no. If we use the word does, there also we can say in a simple manner yes or no. Generally, for do, does, did, we give the answers with a simple short answer is yes, no, yes, no. We can give like this. Did you finish your breakfast? Yes, I finished my breakfast. You can say the answer completely like this, or you can say no, no. Like this also we can give the answer. But if you want to write the entire sentence, means how we will write? Yes. Yes. When we write yes or no, we should first put a comma. Okay? For do, does, did questions, if you use yes or no, you should put a comma. Yes, I. Why are we using I? Generally, you means, okay, asking about you. You means, so while we are giving the answer, we should convert you into I. Yes, I finished. I always represent to my. I finished my breakfast. So here we are giving the information, so we will place a full stop. Is it clear, children? So generally why I mixed these two is to explain to you. If any question you ask, your answer will be like always an information oriented, and definitely it will end with a full stop. Clear, children? Any doubts to anyone? Okay? So here when we write any sentence, either it is a question or a sentence, a general sentence, we We should always begin with a capital letter. Okay children, I hope you understood very clearly. So I don't want to confuse. First you listen, you revise these two again and again so that you will be able to understand clearly. So that I will explain the remaining punctuation marks tomorrow. Okay children, in the next class. But what you have to do is, you can take, you are having a previous 4th standard textbooks from you can take any of your textbook, either English or Science and Social. You pick out some sentences, and what you will do is, you find out, take any one paragraph and you separate till the full stop wherever the sentence is coming, that is one sentence, like that. How many sentences are there in that particular paragraph? You separate each and every sentence, and if possible, you try to frame the questions for that. Then it will be able to understand how to frame a question, you will be able to understand. At the same time, how to frame an answer also you will be able to understand. And where to put a question mark, where to put a full stop also, it will be very clear. I hope you will follow this and meet you in the next class. Bye children.